Got a question the other day about the length of music tracks for music licensing. What's the ideal length for a particular music track? Now, it depends on the genre, okay? So if you're doing an electronic track, like a deep house electronic music type of track, you could probably do it longer than your average corporate track, if you will. Right, so if it's an electronic track, you can easily go 4 minutes because, you know, the nature of the genre, it just allows you to have a bigger intro and slowly build up the track. The same goes with cinematic music. Depending on what type of cinematic music track you're working on, you could make these tracks longer. For me, it has been the 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes mark for all of my tracks. That's the length of my tracks. I have experimented with different lengths though. At times, 1.5 minutes has been enough for me to just tell a story. So really 90 seconds is all you need for certain tracks, you know, because you have to think that music licensing is more, we're working with like a theme. It's not a song. So even though you need structure, like an intro, a verse, and a chorus, kind of like structure, or A, B, C type of structure, it's usually just a theme, right? A lot of people try to overcomplicate this process, but it's really a theme. So if you can get your intro, your verse, and then your ear candy, or your chorus, if you will, within reason, 90 seconds is enough. Well, you know, if it's a corporate track, that's all you need. Now, if you want to make this a little bit longer, you could, you know, I mean, some tracks are 2.5 minutes. I mean, the track that I'm working on right now is, yeah, it's almost 3 minutes. But this is a cinematic track, okay? It's an acoustic cinematic track. So it's a little bit longer, and it allows for that length of time. But if it was not a cinematic track, I will certainly do it shorter. So you have to experiment, you know, with this length. And you can go and check out my music out there and see the different styles that I write music in, and you will see different length of tracks, 1.5 minutes, you know, 2.5 minutes, or 3 minutes. It really depends. I mean, I have done a loop version of a corporate track, I believe, which was really long. It was like a 10-minute track, but it was a loop version. It was intentional. And I just sold it like that. This is a 10-minute loop of a corporate track. But that's different. It's not a track, it's a loop, so it's an edit, so that doesn't really count. If it's an ambient track as well, if it's a drone track, an ambient track, which is just one single note like that, you can get away with murder as well, right? You can just do it as long as possible. You know, it could be easily 6 minutes. So I have some ambient tracks that are really, really long. So it really depends on the genre, my friend. Don't get too caught up in that one thing fits all. It just depends on the genre, and it depends on what you want to do and how you can deliver that message as easy as possible. Thank you so much for all the love and support. If you're new to this, don't forget to download my free guide, link in the description, my friend. As always, I'll see you in another video.